Well, we've managed to get ourselves out of the relegation zone, so now we turn our attention to our first goal of winning a domestic cup. Welcome to episode 3 of Emulating the Master.
I was born to be united. Daddy told me when I was just a baby. When I was 5, I went down the Warwick Road. Now I'm addicted, the only place I'll go. Take me home, United Road, to the place.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Emulating the Master. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we'll be taking on Crystal Palace in the FA Cup and Brighton in the Premier League. Now, since you were last with me, we've had some pretty decent form. Last time you saw us, we lost to Leicester away from home and Manchester United at home. Since then, we've had a pretty decent run of form. We have played 5 games and we've won 4 of those games. We beat Wolves 1-0 in the Premier League. Troy Deeney with the only goal in that game for us. We then beat Grimsby Town 4-0. Troy Deeney with all 4 goals in that game for us. Beat Grimsby Town in the 3rd round of the FA Cup, which meant we got through against Crystal Palace. We then pulled off a fantastic shock win against Chelsea with a penalty from Troy Deeney as the winning goal. He managed to get a brace in that game, and Charlie Taylor, who opened the scoring on 15 minutes. It was 2-2, and the winning goal came from Troy Deeney from the penalty spot. We then followed that up with a 3-0 home win against Huddersfield, and our new signing Cordoba and Troy Deeney scoring the goals in that game. We are still within the January transfer window, and I was going to go through to the end of the transfer window, but I thought it was best if we came back for the FA Cup game now that we're out of the relegation zone. And we are currently 15th in the Premier League on 22 points from 23 games, so we're 4 points clear of the relegation zone, and we will be playing, I think, is it Brighton, did I say? Yeah, we're playing Brighton, who are 12th, so we could potentially climb even higher if we beat them in the second game of today's episode. We'll have a quick look at the transfers as well while we're here, because there's been a few since the January transfer window opened. We'll first have a look at the players that have left. George Segura left on loan. Adrian Mariappa has left to go to Brighton for £2.5 million, and Ben Wilmot has left to go on loan to Southend. As for those that have come in, we managed to sign Filip Stuperovic for £3 million, but that I had nothing to do with that transfer. That was already arranged when I joined the club. We then managed to sign an Inigo Cordoba from Athletic Bilbao, I think it is. Athletic Club. Yeah, it's Athletic Bilbao. We signed him for 10 million. He's a 21-year-old Spanish under-21s international left winger, can play as a striker. He comes in with a 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, some really good attributes. And since he's come to the club, he's made 4 appearances, scored 2 goals with 1 assist and an average rating of 7.20, so he's playing really well for us. We signed Nikola Milinkovic from Fiorentina on loan for the rest of the season. He is a 21-year-old Serbian centre-back, can play at right-back. He's been capped 12 times for Serbia, scored 1 goal. He comes in with a 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He comes in because we wanted some more cover at centre-back. He hasn't played a game for us yet. We then signed Javier Pinola from River Plate. He's a 35-year-old Argentinian centre-back. He's 35 years old, capped twice for Argentina with a 3-star current and potential ability, and he's made 1 appearance for us so far as a sub. And then we signed, now this is going to be one for me to try and pronounce, Javi Ontiveros. He is a 21-year-old Spanish winger, can play on both wings, and he comes in with a 4-star current ability, 5-star potential. We've got him on loan from Malaga for the rest of the season. So that concludes the transfer business for now. There are a few more players I'm looking at bringing in. I think we could do with a striker. Unfortunately, just as we were getting Troy Deeney into some sort of form, he managed to pull his calf and he's out for another 7 days to 2 weeks. So unfortunately you won't see him in today's episode, but hopefully he'll be back and in form, ready for the next video. So we're going to have a quick look at the tactic we're now using and that we're going to be using for the first game, at least for the first game, against Crystal Palace. And it's the same tactic we were using before. It's the 4-3-3, and we've gone with the starting 11 of Foster in goal, back four of Taylor, Pinola, Cavallasi and Navarro, with Capoue as the half-back, a midfield two of Decore and Cleverley, and a front three of Ontiveros, Penaranda and Deulofeu. On the bench we have Gomez, Milinkovic, Success, Cathcart, Cordoba, Chabalar and Messina. Last time we played Crystal Palace we did beat them, so I'm hoping we can get a result today. We need to be progressing in the cup. This is our only opportunity for a domestic cup this season because we're out of the Carabao Cup, so I'm hoping we can put together a few results and potentially win the FA Cup. Going to be a big ask though. I'm going to be assertive. I'm going to say Crystal Palace have lost 3 of their last 5 games, so we're going to be expected to pile on the misery. I'm hoping, like I say, we can get a win and progress in the FA Cup. I was hoping to get an easier team in this round, but obviously it's just luck of the draw, and we've got to make the most of the opportunity we've got. 15 minutes in, we haven't had a highlight yet, but we've got our first one now. Taylor with the throw in to Capoue, who sprays it out to Navarro, back into Capoue. Decore now, Capoue. Pinola sprays it out to Navarro. Can he find a cross? He finds Deulofeu, back out to Navarro, and he finds Penaranda. And that is 1-0. That's his second goal of the season. Good assist from Navarro there on the right wing. Good ball from Deulofeu to find him in the first place. And it was a good cross, good header for the finish. Good, that's exactly the start we wanted. And I'm going to praise my players because I have discovered that fires them up when they've just scored. We are controlling possession. We've only had 1 shot and 1 on target, and that was the goal. So we're taking the chances that we're getting. 32 minutes in now, we still haven't had another highlight. From the looks of things, Deulofeu has picked up a knot. He's got a tight Achilles, apparently, according to the notification at the top of the screen. We've got a corner now. Taylor with the corner, and yet again Penaranda has scored. That's his 3rd of the season. That's his 2nd of the game. And he is on fire at the moment. It was a good finish from him. Good set piece all round from us. We are making the most of our set pieces now. And unfortunately, Deulofeu has aggravated that injury and he now has to come off. And I'm going to switch him round with Ontiveros, and I'm going to bring on Cordoba onto the left wing, have him play as a winger on attack rather than an inside forward, because he's preferred as a winger there. And I think that's a good change that we can make. We've got a bit more strength and depth now. Before, I felt like that we were compromising on the strength of the team when we were making substitutions. Now I feel like we've got a better strength in depth, like I mentioned earlier. I'm going to say that keep it up, lads. We're doing well as we go into the second half. I think we've made some decent additions in the January transfer window. We still have the opportunity to make a few more as well. I'm still on the lookout for a goalkeeper because I feel like Foster's played okay, but I think we can do better. Ontiveros with the ball now finds Cordoba, who forces a save out of the Crystal Palace keeper early on in the second half. Cleverly's picked up a yellow card and we're defending a corner now. We've got it away from Capoue, and Foster makes the save, but it goes straight to Jordan Ayew, who makes it 2-1 with his 10th of the season. It was a good shot from Townsend. Foster saved it and then made no attempt to pick up the rebound, and Ayew was the first one there, despite the fact that there were defenders around him. You got to say it's poor. It was poor from Foster to not go for it, and it was poor from our defenders as well not to help the goalkeeper out there. 65 minutes in now, and I'm going to make another change. I'm going to I'm going to bring off Cleverley because he's on a yellow card. I'm going to bring on Chalabar for him. Chalabar. He's going to play as a deep line playmaker on defend, just to solidify the midfield there. And I don't want us going down to 10 men because we are only 1 goal ahead now. Also, we've got to think about the Brighton game coming up. I'm going to make my final substitution now, and I'm going to bring on Isaac Success for Penaranda. He's not going to get a chance for his hat-trick today. I'm going to swap Success with Cordoba. Cordoba can go up front. He's more natural up front than Success, and Success can stay as the winger Or, in fact, he can go as an inside forward on attack, give him a bit of a run out. We've only got about 12 minutes left plus added time, and we're just trying to see the game out at this point. We've had 8 shots, 5 on target, 59% of possession. We're doing well, a lot better than we were when we came to the club. We've got a highlight now. Success with the ball, loses out, but Pinola's going to pick that up in defence. Plays it to Chalabar, Kapue, Pinola to Taylor. Pinola again tries to find the ball forward, but nobody there. Ontiveros has found the ball, and Decore makes it 3. Abdoulaye Decore scoring his first goal of the season. It was a poor ball forward, but Ontiveros picked it up, played the nice little ball through to Decore, and that surely settles it now. We're into stoppage time, and I think we're just going to see the game out. This will be the last highlight. We are defending though, but we've got away with the ball, and that is full time, and we have progressed to the next round of the FA Cup. It was a good performance from my team there, and I'm going to say I'm very happy with the way that you've played. Everybody's happy. Now we just need to carry this on. We've only got a 2-day gap now to the Brighton game. Okay, so before we get to the Brighton game, we've got the 5th round draw of the FA Cup, so we'll have a quick look to see who we get in the next round. That would be a nice one. Newport or Rotherham. Liverpool got them. Newcastle, yeah, I'd be happy with that. No, Burnley. Who we got? We're at home against, please don't be Man City, Bristol City. That'll do. We've got Bristol City in the next round, so hopefully we can do well against them. They're down in the Championship. They are currently sitting 21st in the Championship. Fantastic. So yeah, we'll come back when we're ready for the Brighton game. Okay, just the one change for the game against Brighton. We've brought in Cordoba to replace the injured Deulofeu, and Cabor comes onto the bench in place of because Cordoba has gone into the first team. Other than that, completely unchanged side. We still haven't had any news on transfers yet. I am currently in talks with 2 different goalkeepers to come in on loan for the rest of the season. Obviously, I only need one, but I'm waiting to see if either one of them wants to come. Hopefully, there's one that's a lot better than the other, so I'm hoping that the better one wants to come. He's a lot more expensive, but we have the money, we can afford him, and he's a lot better than what we've got. And I think Gomez is going to be retiring at the end of the season, so we're going to need to find the new goalkeeper anyway next season. Now, we could climb the table a little bit if we win here today, but I'm budgeting this as a draw as we're playing away from home. Apparently we aren't favourites. Brighton are favourites for this game, despite the fact we're in better form than they are. I don't know what that says about us or how good we are against Brighton, but I don't know. I'm going to tell them to show some passion, get them fired up, because we haven't had a highlight yet and we're nearly 30 minutes into the first half. On the one hand, it's a good thing because obviously if we're not creating any highlights, then they're not creating any highlights because they're not scoring. But it would be nice if we could see something in this first half. We have controlled possession, 60% of possession. 3 shots, 1 on target. We have finally got a highlight, and we're not in possession at the moment. We are defending. They're through on goal, and Foster picks up the loose ball. And we are playing against Mariappa, who left us only a few weeks ago. He's gone straight into the first team at Brighton. We're defending again, and Foster does well again. Taylor going to clear the loose ball. Foster playing well. He must realise we're in for 2 different goalkeepers looking at replacing him, and he's saying, "Hang on a minute, boss. I'm still here. I'm still playing well." I'm going to passionately say we owe Brighton after what happened last time. Get some revenge, and hopefully we can have a bit more of an exciting second half. Because first half we didn't see anything for us. It was all Brighton. We have had 4 shots, 1 on target, and 61% of possession, but nothing that we've done has been worthy of a highlight so far. I've told them to show some passion again. Over an hour in, and I am going to make some changes now, because nothing's happened at all in the second half, and we need to change that. I'm going to bring off Penaranda. I'm going to push Cordoba up front, and then I'm going to bring on Success, play on the left wing. Does he play better right wing or left wing? He's a left winger, plays as an inside forward. Right, so we'll play him as an inside forward on attack. I'm wondering if we should... Have we gone with a Gegenpress as a second? No, we got, yeah, Gegenpress, but with the same formation. We'll go for that. See if we can push forward a bit more. I am going to bring off Pinola for Milinkovic, as he's been booked. No, that's not what I wanted. Why has it put Cordoba back there? Play. Right, let's see if we can get something out of this game. I'm going to go attacking as well, because we've not created anything. I'm going to demand more from my players, and they're focused after that. We have got a highlight with defending. Ontiveros comes clear with the ball though. Plays it through to Cordoba, who's through on goal, loses possession and cleverly forces a save out of the keeper. We've now got a corner of our own. We can't find anybody though, and it eventually goes wide. We've got another corner though, so it must have taken a deflection cleverly with the corner. Milinkovic on the edge of the area. Capuy now. Milinkovic, Ontiveros. And that is the end of the highlight. But we're creating more now. Taylor with the throw-in. Capuy, Milinkovic, cleverly. Decore out wide to Navarro, who I think he was going for a shot, but he managed to hit the post. We've got yet another highlight. Milinkovic wins the ball in defence. Decore tries to nod it on, but he can't find anybody. And now Brighton come back at us. Is this going to be the breakthrough? But cleverly wins it back. Cordoba now on the left wing to Success, who goes through the middle and scores his third goal of the season. It was great play from Cordoba to create the chance. He did well, ran into the channel, slotted it inside to Success, and what a shot from him, curling it into the top corner for only his third goal of the season, and that will see us go up to 13th as things stand. I've only got 10 minutes left, and I'm going to make our final substitution, and I think rather than staying on attacking, we're going to go back to the controlled possession version of our tactic and just see this game out. Everyone's looking knackered. Capuy is really tired, so I'm going to bring on Cabor for him, and yeah, we're just going to go on that and just see the rest of the game out. But I don't know if this is going to invite Brighton onto us. We've only got 7 minutes left plus added time. We just need to see this out. I'm going to praise the team, they're fired up. Sometimes they do get overwhelmed by the praise, I don't know why, but everybody's looking calm, fired up, composed and motivated, so that is good. We're into stoppage time now, and this could be a really crucial win for us. This is just going to be seeing out the last few seconds of the game. We've got a free kick. I don't know if we're going to have time to take it. We haven't. And Isaac Success has won us the game with his goal in the 78th minute. We had 13 shots, 5 on target, and 61% of the possession. It was a good win for us, and I'm gonna tell them that it was a very nice victory. And we've won both games in this episode, which is in stark contrast to how we ended the last episode, where we'd lost both games. But we now sit 13th in the league with 25 points after 24 games. We are now 7 points clear of relegation, and who knows, we could go on and finish in that top half, which would be fantastic if we could. We'll have a look, see where we're going to come back. It will probably be for the Bristol City game in the next round. So yeah, we're just gonna play the 2 games behind the scenes. We'll come back for the Bristol City and the Newcastle games. If you like that, please give it a big thumbs up on there for me. Please subscribe for more Football Manager 2019 content, and remember, follow me on Facebook and Twitter at WeaselGamerTV for both of those. And thank you very much for watching.